Hola y buenos días. Soy el señor Morris. Soy el maestro de español. ¿Cómo están? Today we're going to continue with our new unit about las plantas. Okay, but first let's go ahead and sing our greeting song. Canten conmigo. Buenos días, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? ¿Y usted? Good morning, how are you? How are you? Very well, I thank you, very well, I thank you. And you, and you. Muy bien cantado, very good. Well, I tell you what, let's see how much you remember from our last lesson. Do you remember that we were talking about la planta? So I have my planta here. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of its pot, just so that we can see the parts, okay? I'm going to set that right there for now, okay? Now, do you remember we talked first about this part of the plant that is underground, soaks up the water and nutrients, and we said this is called la raíz. Remember, and you can see those all through the soil there. La raíz is the root of the plant, right? La raíz. And then we talked about this part of the plant in here, this long part right here, and we said that's called el tallo. El tallo. Can everyone say that? And that's the stem in English, right? And then we talked about this part of the plant, and we said the leaf is called la hoja. La hoja. Can you say that? La hoja. Because you don't pronounce the H. Hoja. Okay. And then we said that one of these things, which in English we call the petal, in Spanish is called el pétalo. El pétalo, right? And if you have a whole lot of pétalos, you get one of these, the flower, and we said this is called la flor. Can you say that? La flor. And that sounds kind of like the flower. Flor, flower. Right. And you remember, your head is like the flower or the flor, right? Well, I tell you what, right now, I'd like to read a story about a boy, a butterfly, and some flowers. And today's story is called La Mariposa. La Mariposa. Now look at this picture here. Can you guess what it is? Let's see. La linda mariposa volaba en el jardín. So here's the mariposa. Volaba, it was flying around in el jardín. Where is it flying? In the garden. What do we find in the garden? Let's see. Voló sobre un clavel. And this flower right here is a clavel. And when it voló sobre el clavel, when it flew over the clavel, el clavel sonrió. And you can see right there, the mouth sonrió. The clavel smiled. So it kept going. Voló sobre una rosa. And you can guess what that is. Y la rosa sonrió. Yeah. Voló sobre un girasol. Y el girasol sonrió. And do you recognize what kind of flower that is? Yeah, that's a sunflower. Y el girasol, the sunflower, sonrió. It smiled too. But wait, what's happening here? El niño con la red. Yeah, al jardín se acercó. So here he comes into the garden. And he's sneaking up. What do you think he's going to try to catch? Yeah, that's right. Let's see what happens. Miró la mariposa en la red, la atrapó. So here it is. He caught it in his net. Oh, and look at the mariposa, looks all surprised and not very happy. How do you think everybody in the garden is going to feel about this? Pues, el clavel, muy triste, a la mariposa miró. So here's the clavel, and it looked at the mariposa, at the butterfly, and it was very sad. Sonrió? No, it's not smiling anymore. What about the other flowers? La rosa, muy triste, a la mariposa miró. So you can see the mariposa there. And it says, poor thing. They're all very sad that the mariposa got caught. Well, how about that sunflower? El girasol, muy triste, a la mariposa miró. Yeah, he's sad too. So everybody's sad in the garden. So what do you think the boy should do? Pues, el niño apenado a la mariposa soltó. He felt very bad, so he let the butterfly go. Yeah, and now how does the butterfly feel? Pretty happy. How about the rest of the garden? Let's see. Todo el jardín radiante de alegría se llenó. So all of the garden, radiating happiness, filled up with happiness, and we see the girasol, la rosa, the clavel, the mariposa, and I bet even el niño was very happy. And that story was called La Mariposa, and this comes to us from Curriculum Press. So teachers, if you'd like to get this story, it's repetitive and it has some good language and great pictures. You can find the information about this in your Learning Partner Guidelines. Well, that story talked about some of the colors that you might see on some of the flowers. Now, we talked about the colors before, and right now I'd like to review with you the song to help you remember the colors in Spanish. Okay? Canten conmigo. Red is rojo, green is verde, blue azul, negro black, yellow amarillo, purple is morado, blanco white, brown café. Red is rojo, green is verde, blue azul, negro black, yellow amarillo, orange anaranjado, blanco white, brown café. Muy bien. Well, you can practice this song in your class to help you remember the colors. And teachers, as with all of the songs and poems, you can find them in your teacher's resource notebook or in the student resource notebook, the student's activity books. Well, I tell you what, now let's look at the activity sheet for today. It's called Los colores de mi jardín, the colors of my garden. Okay, well, let's see if you remember the colors. Go ahead and start off by putting your name up at the top of your paper. Voy a escribir mi nombre. R-O-V-E-R-T-O. Roberto. Now, this one says, color each illustration in the color specified. Well, let's look at this first one here. La mariposa azul. Red is rojo, green is verde. Oh, blue azul. So I'm going to take my color blue And I'm going to color the mariposa. Now, if you want to, you guys can take your time, and you don't have to make the whole thing blue. You can make some different colors in there, kind of like the mariposa that was in our story, right? So you can use some different colors in there if you want to. I'm going to give you this color just because this is what the instructions say, azul. And this is just kind of to help you guys learn to identify the different colors in Spanish. Okay? Aquí está azul. And I'm even going to leave these parts hollow because I might go back later. I enjoy coloring. I might come back later and color some more of this one. La mariposa azul. Now we saw some flowers in the story, and one of them was el clavel. El clavel. Do you know flowers well enough to guess what kind of flower this is? A carnation? Yeah, it looks kind of like one, doesn't it? El clavel rojo. So let's see. What color is rojo? Do you remember? Red is rojo. Okay, so let's go ahead and color this one rojo. And I've got my rojo right here to color this. Yeah. Now I'm not going to color the stem right now because I might want to come back later and color the stem a different color because I don't think that the stem on the clavel, on the carnation, is rojo. Yeah. Boy, I like to color. I hope you guys do too. One of the things I enjoy doing. Okay, let's look at the next one. Clavel rojo. La hoja verde. Red is rojo. Green is verde. So here we go. La hoja verde. I've got my color verde. And I'm going to color this. And this is just kind of like the leaves on the plant that I have here in my classroom. Son verdes. There you go. There you go. La hoja verde. La rosa rosada. Rosada. Now, rosada is a color that we didn't really mention in the song, but rosada comes from rose, rosa, and that means pink. That's right. And again, you see, I'm not going to color this part down here because I'm going to come back later and color that green like the stem, el tallo. I'm just going to color the rosa, rosada. Ooh, that looks pretty. Yeah. And then finally we have this one, el girasol amarillo. El girasol amarillo. And here I've got my amarillo. Oh, yeah. This is what they look like, too, if you guys have ever seen these. Kansas, Nebraska, they have a lot of them. We like to grow them in our backyard every year because they grow really fast and look really nice. And if you'll notice again, I'm not coloring this part down here because I'm going to come back later and color that one green. So, there are los colores de mi jardín. Well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and review the parts of the plant again by moving the parts of our body that are like the parts of the plant that we're studying. Do you remember that? Okay. Párense todos. Párense todos. Okay, you're all standing up. Remember we went over this last class. How about if I tell you, muevan la raíz. La raíz. Do you remember what part that is? The roots. And when I told you, muevan la raíz, do you remember what we did? Yeah, here we go. Muevan la raíz. Yeah, okay, there you go. Muevan la raíz. Yeah, la raíz. How about el tallo? If I tell you, muevan el tallo, that's the stem or the stalk of the plant, and we said that would be like what? Like your body. So when I tell you, muevan el tallo, you can do like this. You can get your tie going like mine too, huh? Muevan el tallo. How about la hoja? Do you remember when I told you, muevan la hoja? What part of the body we said was like la hoja? Do you remember? Yeah, that's right. Your hand is kind of like la hoja, the leaf of the plant. So I tell you, muevan la hoja. Do like that, ooh, las hojas. I've got two of them that I'm ready to soak up the sun with. Okay? And el pétalo, we talked about el pétalo. That one sounds kind of like the word in English. And you remember what we said? I said, muevan el pétalo, and I went like this. Now you might say that this is el pétalo too. Whatever you guys want to do is fine. I just thought this could look kind of like el pétalo. And it's part of this larger one that we're going to talk about next. La flor. So if I tell you, muevan la flor, I was thinking this whole thing here, your whole head here, looks kind of like the flower of the plant. So if I tell you, muevan la flor, what are you going to do? Move your head around, move back and forth, look up and down, all around. Okay? Muy bien. Siéntense todos. Go ahead and have a seat. Ahora vamos a repasar con este video las partes de la planta, the parts of the plant. Presten atención y repitan todos.
La planta.
¿Cuáles son las partes de la planta? La raíz, el tallo, la hoja, el pétalo, la flor.
Wow! Well, we've done a lot of things today, pero ¿saben qué? Es hora de la despedida. Now, if you guys get a chance to go ahead and go over what we talked about today with the colors, maybe sing the color song, look at your activity sheet and finish coloring that, okay? That'll help you a lot. Look at the different parts of the plant from our last lesson. Well, next lesson, we're going to look at what plants need to grow. So before our next class, you might want to look at some plants and start thinking about what they need to grow. Do you already know? Maybe you can talk about it with your teacher. Pero ahora vamos a cantar nuestra canción de despedida, our goodbye song. Canten conmigo. Adiós, queridos amigos, que les vaya muy, muy bien. Adiós, queridos amigos, y cuídense también. Muy bien. Well, I hope you guys, if you want to get that book and look through it, try that. Sing the color song again, review the parts of the plant, and I'll see you next class. Until then, adiós, queridos.